1, 2, 3, 4. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
Did I hit that without moving anything?
I think you did.
How about that?
Very good.
I think out of 170 some odd shows, I finally did it. Mission accomplished.
Actually, this is show 177 of Mike and John Got It Going On, brought to you by Firehouse Doors.
So we've been in this basement for at least 177 shows.
Yeah.
How about that?
Something really to be proud of.
Consistency.
Wow. You know, I was going to say, we're coming up on the end of season 2,
Yeah.
because we said the seasons are by hundreds.
Ah, yes.
And I'm beginning
Don't
to
worry.
wonder.
I'm thinking I got a great cliffhanger in mind.
Okay. Are we going to stick to that?
I don't know.
Because I'm like, I don't know. Should the season be a full calendar year? Or should we go 100 episodes? I mean, we can redo the seasons.
You're really overthinking this.
Maybe I'm overthinking
All right.
this. Okay.
So we're season 2, episode 77.
Technically, although overall it's episode 177.
Wow, this is a lot to keep track
It is.
of.
That's what I'm saying. It's
really
too
is.
difficult. I'm like, by the time we get to season 7, I'm going to be lost. I don't know what we're in. I have no idea what's happening.
All right, coming up,
All right.
we're going to get to the 2-cent history lesson. We'll find out the answer to last night's Monday Night Trivia, MNT.
Yeah, some interesting answers, as always.
And there are some people that may need some help.
As always.
We'll get to that. Also, Uncle Bill joining us for School of the Fools today.
Correct.
And, you know, one of the things, you see these more and more, and it's probably been over the past decade, trunk or treat.
Right. They've definitely gained in popularity.
They really have. It used to be like somebody would have one of these things. Now they're
Right.
It's like pop-up trunk or treat deals.
Everybody's-
Where the kids don't even have to go from house to house to earn that candy. And quite frankly, it ticks me off.
Okay. Old man rant
I'm
coming.
taking a stand
All
on my
right.
bouncy ball chair
true. Right.
about trunk or treat. Sure, it's safe. It's easy.
How dare you be
make a
safe?
killing
Yeah.
making the rounds and scoring all the candy
God.
in like 10 minutes.
You know what? You're getting me riled up.
It's
These kids these days,
this is un-American.
I had to walk several blocks.
Yeah, we had to earn the candy, and then somebody gave me crab candy.
And I remember when the one Halloween where we were like, they're giving out full Snickers bars over at the Kazupski's house.
Oh, the Kazupskis.
Yeah.
They were known for the full size.
They
candy.
actually were. They used to put on a full haunted house in their garage.
Yeah.
They went all
Oh,
out.
did you have to go through before you got the candy?
I
So you had
think
to earn
so.
the candy,
Yeah.
not this.
But it was
oh,
not, and it was cool, but they were giving out the full
Not
Snickers.
this. Let's
You
go
know.
to the police parking lot. Let's go to the church parking lot. Let's go to the high school parking
Kids
lot.
these
Trunk or
days.
treat.
Who do you think you are?
This is why kids are the way they are today.
Right.
With that in mind,
This is the problem.
let's get the show on the road. News brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
All right, here's what's going on. Hey, more lane closures.
Oh, good. Do tell where.
Well, I'll tell you. US 23 commuters will have some lane closures to contend with starting today. The Michigan Department of Transportation says bridge maintenance just north of Ann Arbor will close the 2 right lanes of southbound US 23 from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. today and tomorrow. The flex route shoulder lane, though, will remain open. The closures will allow crews to conduct maintenance at the Joy Road overpass, which closed to all traffic beginning at 7 a.m. Monday. That won't reopen until 5 p.m. Wednesday, November 2nd. The posted detour includes Gleaner Hall, Whitmore Lake, and Warren roads. Drivers are advised to seek alternate routes during the project. A Washtenaw County landfill has been cited by state environmental regulators with repeatedly exceeding methane emission standards and failing to correct the issue, according to a violation notice issued October 13th by the Michigan Department of Great Lakes and Energy. Air monitors at the Arbor Hills landfill in Salem Township noted methane above an action level on 34 separate occasions between June 10th and September 20th. A consent judgment signed in March requires the landfill owners, Green for Life Environmental, or GFL, to locate and fix the issue within 48 hours. The notice says, though, they have failed to do that. Company officials told MLive they're preparing a formal response to the violation. And applications are being accepted to be a Brighton Arts and Culture Commissioner. The mayor is accepting letters of interest along with a resume to fill 2 vacancies on the Brighton Arts and Culture Commission. Hey, 2 vacancies.
How about that?
Can
we fill those?
We're very cultured, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the applicants have to be residents of the city of Brighton.
Well, we're out.
Okay. It's probably for the best. The Brighton Arts and Culture Commission is a 5-member board tasked with supporting fine arts, performing arts, crafts, and culture. They maintain and promote Brighton's sculpture garden and outdoor biennial sculpture exhibit. Any individual interested in sitting on the commission needs to send a letter of interest and a resume to Michelle Miller. You'll find that information on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And that's what's going on.
And news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton, Brighton's preeminent jewelry store with a commitment to customer service, community involvement, honesty, professionalism, and of course, exquisite merchandise. Mark and Barb Binkley pride themselves on offering something special for everybody. They recognize that customer satisfaction is the sole purpose of their business, and they offer a unique mix of exceptional quality jewelry, value, and all in a warm, engaging environment. If you haven't been into Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton, stop by today. They've got Simon G's latest designs, Zagani, and that Simon G trunk show coming up soon. Details will be headed your way soon here on Mike and John Got It Going on Cooper and Binkley Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Brighton and online at cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com. So I was thinking while you were doing the news about the trunk or treat thing.
You weren't listening to my news?
Yeah, no. Well, I was. As I was wiggling on my stability ball chair.
Right.
So I was thinking, why has nobody come up with an adult trunk or treat?
I wonder if maybe
with
they
adult
have.
beverages
Hold on.
and food. So you got like a food trunk or treat, a drink trunk or treat. It would be like a Halloween tailgate party.
Nothing immediately comes up on adult trunk or treat.
Everybody dresses up.
And you go to different stations, trunks.
Right. Yeah. And you could have, say somebody specializes in pizza.
Okay.
Then you have somebody who's maybe a home brewer.
Okay.
All right. Maybe somebody who just goes to the liquor store and buys shots for everybody.
All right, now this is already going off the rails. Hey, kids. Want a little sip?
No. An adult trunk
I
treat.
get it.
Kids aren't allowed.
Of course.
There could be Ubers waiting.
Right.
So it's safe.
There could be, say, gummy stations.
Well, there could be that too.
There could be, say, stripper stations.
No, I didn't go that far.
Well, you said adult.
I was just talking about the treats,
right?
Not trunks.
Sure, local authorities are like, write this down. we may need to monitor this.
So yeah, okay. Just an idea for anybody who wants to come up with that and pursue it.
If some business out there would like to partner up with us, Mike and John Got It Going On,
and have a trunk or treat,
we're in.
Sure.
We're in.
We'll bring a trunk.
We're in a lot.
And some treats.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Okay.
All right. Just an idea.
I'll bring the Necco wafers.
Nobody will stop at our trunks. Necco wafers.
What the hell? This is just repurposed chalk.
It kind of is.
It's like all the little pieces of chalk that no one wants to use anymore. They just collected them up and said, "Oh, there's a little sugar in there, and here's your Necco wafers."
So you don't think I was paying attention to the news as I shift gears here, but you were talking about the Salem dump.
Yes.
Landfill. But that's what we used to call it when I was a kid.
We
called it a dump, but we don't want to offend it, so we'll just call it a
landfill.
Oh, we'll fill the land with our crap.
It's like you can't say hobo anymore.
No, you can't.
Or bum.
You can't call that guy a bum living down by the dump.
Okay.
I'm just a bum living by the dump. So I used to go.
I missed that Schoolhouse Rock one. I'm just a bum living by the dump.
In an old van.
Okay.
So I used to golf right near that landfill dump at Salem Hills Golf Course.
Okay.
And when it was hot and humid, you could really smell that. But as times have changed, and we now can buy garbage bags that have nice scents, if everybody in that area used scented garbage bags, the dump would not smell like that methane stuff.
You've just solved this problem.
I'm a problem solver.
You get
sitting on a bouncy chair.
Why don't you just use Glade? Just put little Glade plugins. Problem solved.
In the-
Why is this so hard?
In the vents at the landfill dump. You know.
Like the ones you put to your car vent.
Hey, here's an
clip
idea.
on.
Pumpkin spice vent.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, the landfill could turn this from a negative into a huge positive.
Sure could be.
Different-
And that's where we
yeah.
can have our trunk or treat if you want.
Wow.
Right by the dump.
Come see us at the dump. Mike and John taking a dump. No, don't.
Dump Fest.
Yeah.
South
right.
Salem Hills. All
Okay,
right.
yeah.
All right. So let's get to our trivia.
Yeah,
last night.
let's do
I
that.
don't know where all this came from. You know, we're brought to you by Firehouse Doors, who we just gave away that LiftMaster 8365 garage
That's
door
right.
opener.
Congratulations to Marlene Deere of Fowlerville. She was very excited.
Now listen, when Marlene gets that in, if you're one of Marlene's neighbors, feel free to walk by and say, hey, can you open up that garage door? Now close it for me. I want to see how well that works.
Okay. So, yes, very cool.
Maybe that could be where our first trunk or treat is. In Marlene's
garage. Okay. Marlene's like, I just wanted a garage door opener. I don't need you people in my garage.
No,
Okay.
we won't come over and do that. Perhaps we'll do a podcast there. I don't know.
Well, it's up to her.
But we want to thank Firehouse Doors for being the original sponsor of Mike and John Got It Going On and being a part of our big giveaway.
That's true.
That was a lot of fun.
They've been serving Livingston County residents for 24 years. Family owned. They strive to treat each customer like family. Marlene Deere of Fowlerville is about to find that out. They're veteran owned. Mike Witt, a proud U.S. Air Force veteran. Firehouse Doors is your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead door needs. And for the past 21 years, Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized distributor of CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480.
All right. So in our Monday night trivia question last night, this left open a lot of possibilities. According to a recent survey, the average person does this about 4 times a day.
Right.
What's the first thing you thought of? It wasn't swearing because we're well above that.
I guess, well, I'm not going to say what I first thought. I'm better than that. Well, I'm not, but yeah. Interesting answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great Scott said, looks in the mirror.
Hey.
Gotta check your look.
Get the Fonz moment.
check my look in the
check
mirror.
it out.
Um,
Our own Susan, Cougar Monday Susan,
yes.
said adjust themselves.
Well, now that can be male and female.
I agree. But,
So
but men
I
tend to
could-
do that more because we've got things to
More
adjust
adjusting.
that are hanging out.
I know.
Okay. Wow.
Our friend Brad,
Yeah.
keeping in his tradition lately, said, listen to that Blind Melon cassette tape.
Brad?
And then Brad went on and said, okay, I'm done with the Blind Melon cassette tape.
No, you're not.
No.
We want that story, Brad.
Yeah.
We are opening up an invitation for you to join us on the podcast and tell us
To explain.
the Blind Melon cassette story. You've intrigued us.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Isn't there really only like one Blind Melon song that anybody knows?
No Rain.
No Rain. So you
That was
you
their
play it and
mega
you rewind
hit.
it.
They had another hit. I can't remember the name of it.
It was such a hit. Nobody remembers.
Well, but the singer died of an OD. I mean, before they really had a chance
Well,
to
see,
do
that's what
anything.
makes that Blind Melon cassette worth much more than it was.
Yeah.
The fact that it's stretched out and it's probably decomposing as we speak from 1990 something.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see, other answers. Put shoes on.
I mean, if you take your shoes off when you come in the house, sure.
Put them back on.
Carla says, open the refrigerator.
That could be like within an hour.
That's if you're being good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. Damn, you're
Jane-
disciplined.
Whitney said changes her clothes 4 times a day. That's a lot of changes.
What do you share
You know?
in Vegas?
Well, I have to change right after I'm done with this show.
It's
It's like, okay,
Okay.
gotta switch it up a little bit.
Right.
You know, when I go out in public, I don't want people saying, hey, that's the shirt I saw you on. You got to make sure you don't wear the same shirt 2 days in a row.
Well, yeah.
Heck,
Katie put 4 poop emojis. That was her answer. Just 4
Well,
poop emojis.
her system's working.
I
The fiber
suppose
is
that
really doing its thing.
4 times a day? I don't know. You might want to see a doctor.
That just means
Yeah.
in and out real quick. Forget something, says Beth. That was a great guess. because John forgot something already today. He was going to tell
and I
me
still
something.
don't remember
And
what
he's
it
like,
was. I was like, oh, I got something to say.
was like, what was
As
that?
the thought was crossing my brain, it went like in one and goodbye.
It could come his way during
traveled
post show.
through. I'll remember sometime like this afternoon.
Later on, hey, remember that thing I was going to tell you? It's this, and I'll go, really?
Yeah, that was it. It was like a brain fart,
Sure.
in a sense. And Kim, by the way, said farts for our answer.
I
4
think the
times
average
a day.
person does that. Like, I think the stats are like 15.
Right. I mean, little, the little
it's-
pooters versus the big choppers, the cheek flappers.
How old are you?
I think you know.
Spencer said, call home. Jeff says, break the law. Like speeding.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
You know, you think about that, and it's probably every time you get in the car during the
God.
day, you're
Yes.
breaking the law.
Right.
You don't even have to think about it.
Look, I have already taught 2 of my kids how to drive, and I'll teach a 3rd.
Oh no!
And one of the things I tell them is right after this, look,
Don't.
most officers will spot you 10. Stay under 10 over. You're unlikely to get a ticket. I make no guarantees, but you're unlikely to get a ticket if you stay under 10 over. But
let's-
technically, you're in violation
Let's
of the law.
fast forward to when the officer pulls them over. My dad said
My
he'd give me
dad
10.
said you
I
would.
was only going 9 over.
You're gonna get my dad on the phone.
My dad said he'd give me 10.
Dad, you said.
A couple of people guessed yawns and sneezes, two really good guesses.
Okay.
It tends to, though, when you yawn, it becomes like a symphony. it just
can,
repeats.
yeah, that's
You're
true.
like,
If you're-
you yawn once, there's probably a couple more following that thing.
Right.
Same with sneezing. Same type of thing. Thank you, Molly, for saying watch Mike and John's podcast.
Well, yeah.
4 times a day, the average person. That's a little concerning. Thinks
or talks about their pets.
You know,
Yeah.
that is true. People that do that, and we don't want to hear it.
That's probably true.
Maybe
I mean,
thinking about your pet. That's
only
fine.
like within the family, does like immediate family that lives with the pet. They're the only ones that might actually care.
Or they take a picture.
Yeah.
Isn't this cute that Boopsie? Look at Rocky just laying there.
Well, he is
Look
pretty-
at Rudy taking a nap. That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. I can nap too.
there is a point where you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sharon said check email. That may be a little low. Some people check it. I check it more often than that.
Right. That's every 10 minutes. 4 times every 10 minutes. For
We're
me.
not sure where Sally lives, but she says locks the door.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody coming near you.
Melinda says lick their lips.
I probably do that more than 4 times.
I mean, right. I don't know what the...
The lip licking.
It's one of those things you
I'm a
just
member
do.
of the Lick Lippers Club.
All right. So we did have a correct answer.
Yes, we did. And it's talking to themselves.
Right.
I do that most when I'm driving.
Yes.
I talk to myself.
I agree.
Depending on what I'm seeing or hearing, I talk to myself about that, and I come up with the right answer most of the time.
Right. So Pamela, I believe, had the correct
Congratulations, Pamela.
Yeah.
You win bragging rights.
Yes, you
for
do.
knowing. You can talk to yourself all about that if you want.
answer. Right.
So when you talk to yourself, what are you talking to yourself about? Sometimes it's a to-do list.
It is like what I have to, and you're like, okay, I got to do this. I
I'm
gotta
in
do
the
that,
store.
and then, okay, I got to remember to do that, and I got to tell that person to jump off a cliff, and then I have to,
Do a story about that.
Oh
person
yes.
who
Oh
jumped up.
yeah. Wait. What?
I usually do that when I've written down my list for the store, and as I'm walking in, I'm thinking of something else, so I got to keep saying it to myself because I don't have a pen on me when I'm walking in.
See, now
Sometimes I'll write it on
I
my
will get a
phone.
texted list from my wife. If I'm going to the store, she'll say, text, here's the stuff we need. So I'm like trying to shop with my phone in my
you're that
hand,
guy.
and I'm like, oh, sorry.
The guy that looks like a drunk
yeah,
shopper.
crashing in. Sorry, I got to keep holding my phone.
Knocked over that display.
And then I'm like, okay, I'll set my phone on the cart. But then I'm like, this phone's like $1,000.
yeah, you take it back.
You know, I can't just let it out of my sight. I mean,
Sure.
you know, so then I got to.
So congratulations to
By the
Pamela.
way.
Talks to yourself.
Yeah.
Talks to themselves. Today is October 25th. By the way, today is International Artist Day. We celebrate whatever type of artist it may be, because artists can be of different things. It's not. Most of us think of like somebody who paints or draws.
Sure, no, artists are
You know,
musical
but
artists.
People play with clay.
Right.
They make stuff
Visual
out of
artists.
sand.
It could be audio artists,
Yes.
such as us, producing
They
this
can be talented artists.
audio art.
Some consider comedy to be an art.
That's
That
true.
would be an artist. He's a comedic artist.
Yeah.
Very funny man or woman.
Actually, me and my wife last night, we watched on Netflix, there's the Amy Schumer had a comedy special. We like Amy Schumer. She's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But we didn't realize until we got into it. She did like the first 10 minutes, and then it was a bunch of her friends or fellow comics that she was sort of like a...
Trying to launch them?
Whatever. They each got their 10 minutes. And as we're watching, we're like, each one got progressively less funny.
Well, yeah,
like,
you stack them toward the
this is not... I'm like, okay. Not doing it for me.
So you're not recommending the Amy Schumer?
I'm kind of not. I think Amy Schumer was her 10 minutes was great because she's pretty good. Then the rest were kind of
Did she talk about fixing the dump or having an
she
adult?
did not. No,
an adult.
She talked about. She recently had a child, and she was talking about that.
Oh yeah, we don't want to hear about your kids.
That's excellent material to mine for comedy, though. She did. But anyway, I don't recommend the Amy Schumer showcase. I guess is what it was. We had different comics, and I'm like, oh, these people all suck.
Oh, you're starting to ramble now. Starting to sound like an old guy sitting on the porch.
See, I'm talking to myself.
I have another idea that we could put into use.
All right.
Mike and John's political flyer bonfire.
Ooh.
Did we not get enough so far? We've still got 2 weeks to the election.
Right.
And this crap just keeps getting in my mailbox. And I'm like, I think if I stocked up
Right.
on those, I could make starter fireplace logs. You know what I'm talking about? You get enough of them.
Right.
You're having trouble starting the fire in the winter if you use actual wood and not a gas fireplace.
You know, and the thing is most of our experience is, I think most people can commiserate with the thing. You go to the mailbox, you get the stack, and especially now, we're 2 weeks in front of the election.
You know, that's another time I'm talking to myself when I look at these things. Oh my gosh, this person is saying that person is a radical,
and you're like,
or is a liar,
I know. Well,
or they're the devil,
or mostly it's just like flip. You know, I don't need any of this.
That's a pizza coupon.
Get this out of here. Don't need this. Don't need that.
Sure. So we could have.
But they say,
who's they?
as they say, those are still pretty effective. We don't think they are. It's counterintuitive, but in fact, even though if 99 out of 100 people throw those out and don't even look at them, the one person that does makes it worthwhile. That's what they say.
That's a nice picture. I'll vote for you.
You know, it is. I just sort of read.
I like the colors on that one.
Right.
I'll vote for you.
I like the way they lie.
That's a smooth liar. I'll vote for you.
You know what? They're almost an artist. Look at the way they lied here.
There is some artistry.
That's some artistry that went into that.
That's some talented
They've
lying.
got some talent to say that. So
it was just an idea that popped in my head while we were sitting here talking.
Maybe we have a huge political mailer bonfire.
Yeah.
And just the cards.
Maybe we could have a contest as to who brings the most saved political flyers.
You know, we had a person come to our door over the weekend that were handing out the same things you get in the mail. And they were just they're going door to door. And nice guy. I mean, I answered the door. The guy saying, and I said, you can keep them. We're all good. We know what we're doing. We're all good here.
They put it in your door.
And he was just like, he was more or less like, and I'm paraphrasing, more like, just please take it so I don't have to carry it.
Well, I think they get it.
Can you just throw it out for me?
See, now this could tell you something about that potential candidate. Either they're really good with their finances, or they're just cheap because they didn't want to mail them. They have a family member, a friend, or some schmuck who is looking for something to do.
Some schmuck.
Here, hit this neighborhood, pass these out.
Looking for schmucks to pass out my stuff.
Well, I've seen it, and I've had the same thing. Somebody come to my door and wants to talk politics with me. I'm like, I gotta work. I'm holding the dog. Do they not get a clue when they come to the
Well, that's the thing. Look, if you're going door to door, you got to take the clues. Some people want to engage and have a conversation. Great.
Nobody does.
Some do, but most don't. I agree. Most people
hasn't had a friend or relative stop by in a year.
Now, most people will give you the polite clue that I don't want to have this conversation.
Here's my door. Okay, thanks. Just hand me the information. I'll put it in with the other ones. We're gonna have a bonfire.
And here's the thing: whether they're selling a candidate or a product or whatever, the people that come to your door, and they try to have the fakey conversation with, hey, good weather we're having. Shut up. Okay, just stop it. Stop. What are you here for? All right, just get to it. Either be the ones I think that are most effective are the ones that just get right to it. Hey, I'm here today. I'm selling so and so, or I'm here to represent. Just get to it. Don't give me the fakey fake. What a great day we're having. Hey, I noticed the trim on your house. Shut up. Just get to it.
Wait a minute. You noticed the trim on my house? What's wrong with you?
Or whatever.
You're selling new.
Well, if they're
outdoor
selling that, right? No,
Or-
but
Hey. Have you talked about shingles lately? It looks like you need a new roof.
actually, it's funny you say that because I remember years ago we had some work done on our house, and like sometime later, somebody from the same company came by and they said, "Looks like your," it was like, "Your company just did that like less than a year ago." Oh, it looks great. Gotta go. Bye.
Can we use you as somebody who would endorse us? All right, that's enough of my off the rails ideas today, John.
No off the rails.
You know, we are talking about people's homes.
That's true.
And sometimes businesses too. And that's where our friends at Richter and Associates Property Management come in.
They are licensed real estate brokers.
You don't want an unlicensed real estate
No.
broker. That's fake.
Right. If you walk up on the street and some guy has a coat and he goes, "Psst, I got some real estate for you right here." Don't listen to them.
It's on the Monopoly board called Baltic Avenue.
They are rental property experts with more than 40 years of experience in Livingston, Genesee, and Oakland counties. Located in downtown Howell, RichterAssoc.com. That's RichterAssoc.com. Or call them at 540-9560. That's 517-540-9560.
Uncle Bill, are you with us?
I am. I
No.
was listening to John finish off his excellent announcement.
Well,
He is an excellent announcer, this John.
do you know that we have sponsored School the Fools?
We have.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a preschool
That's right.
test that I have to take.
I'm glad you got Uncle Bill on the line. I'm going to give Mike a quiz.
Okay.
Okay.
You're my phone a friend.
And you can help him out, Bill. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now everyone knows our OG sponsor is Firehouse Stores. They were the very first on board. They've been committed sponsors, and we love them. But our second sponsor was Jordan Genso
Yes.
at the Genso team at Remax Platinum. All right. He's back again sponsoring School of the Fools. And when showing homes to clients, Jordan loves to be able to share worthwhile information about our local communities. And to test Mike's knowledge,
Oh, boy.
we have a true or false question this week. Because, Uncle Bill, you start off every School of Fools with a true or false.
All right. So I got a 50. We have a 50-50 shot of getting this right, Uncle Bill.
I got roped into this.
Yeah.
Listen,
You're my
I-
phone a friend.
I
All right.
I went from being phone a friend to now it's we. Okay.
Well, all right. You know, I
See
might
the
not.
answer.
Yeah, I didn't see the answer.
True or false? The main distinction between a village and a city is the population size. True or false? Mike? Your answer?
You're saying that the amount of people
Right.
in
Determines
that
whether you become a village or a city.
particular area.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that to be true.
Okay.
Am I right on that, Uncle Bill?
Uncle Bill?
Yeah, I was thinking that the main difference is whether or not they're incorporated or unincorporated.
Oh, you were going business like.
So are you
Yeah.
saying
Wait a
true
minute.
or false?
Maybe it's if they have a fire hydrant. If you don't have a fire hydrant, you may not be a village.
I don't want to step up.
Wait a minute. No. If you have more than one idiot, you're a city. If you don't, you're a village. How about that? Because then it would be the city idiots.
Then everybody's a city.
Well, Mike, your reasoning sounds sound.
It really does.
It does sound that way, doesn't it?
What does Jordan say?
Yeah. It's false.
It's false.
False.
What's the difference
The
between?
biggest difference between a city and a village is a village remains part of a township. So, for example, residents who live in the village of Pinckney also live in Putnam Township. Whereas people who live in the city of Brighton don't live in Brighton Township, they live in the city of Brighton. It's its own municipality.
I see.
A useful distinction that can help potential homebuyers decide where they'd like to live. That's the kind of information that Jordan Genso or Remax Platinum can supply to you.
Well, that's exciting.
It really is. We learned something even before class today.
Yeah, that's a little
with Uncle Bill.
pre-test. It's like the PSAT.
We'll learn something.
It was our preschool test.
Yeah.
And I failed.
Okay.
All right, so what's our topic today?
Are you guys familiar with the team called the Detroit Lions?
I believe I have heard of them.
Are they
Yes.
are they semi-pro?
They play like that, yes. They had some issues on Sunday.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Again.
hanging onto the ball
Yeah.
seems to be a problem.
They're givers.
Not knowing where the end zone is.
Yeah.
I made a joke about the fact that the team playing put the landing gear on the roof.
Right, I saw that.
Because as soon as Goff got in, it was going to turn over.
Yeah.
You with me?
Oh.
So that's.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wow.
we're going to talk about fumbles today.
Okay.
All right, so you guys ready? Talk
Sure.
about fumbles.
All right, fumbles.
Fumbles. Well, it's a big weekend for football. It's the Michigan State game is coming up, but
Right.
we've done trivia on that a few times,
Yeah.
and Halloween is on Monday, and we've done trivia on that a few times. So I had to pick something that was a little bit different.
All right,
So
fumble.
you guys ready?
Sure.
As will ever be.
All right. True or false? Fumble comes from an Old Norse term, falma, which means to handle clumsily. Is that true or false?
A Norse term, you say?
Yes, an Old Norse
Yeah.
term.
Old Norse,
Oh,
like
you know,
the Vikings were talking.
not the new Norse, the old Norse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Norse is really progressive.
You guys are
Yeah. The New Norse is its own place.
Yeah.
right.
Old Norse is part of a township. So
There's
that's
the village of
difference
Norse.
comes in between the two.
Yeah.
I
think that's.
you go first. Go ahead.
Well, Mike won last week.
Okay, that's what I thought.
If that makes any
All right,
difference.
I think you should go first.
All right, I think that's false.
All right.
All right. So Mike says there's no way that the Old Norse had a term for fumble.
No, not fumble.
John?
I'm going to say that's false too. I just don't think
Okay.
that's where the origin is.
It is true. That is where it comes from. To
Okay.
handle clumsily.
So,
When
but
the Old Norse
with the
came
Old
up.
Norse, it's like how to handling a battle axe clumsily is a little bit different than a football.
Oops, he fumbled that one, and
Oh,
we
well.
need a medic.
Well, sorry, Sven.
all right. The Detroit Lions are tied for which NFL record in a game? Are they tied for most fumbles in a game? Most fumbles lost in a game?
Ooh, distinction.
Most fumbles and still win a game? Most fumbles lost and still win a game? So
Is
which
there-
Lions?
Yeah.
Which record are the Lions tied for?
Well, when you
And there's not an all of the above.
yeah, I
No,
think
they
E.
don't. They don't hold the record for all the above. But
Okay, I just
Okay.
wondered.
But they do hold one of those records. They are tied actually with another team.
Right.
All right. I'm going to go most fumbles in a game.
Overall.
All right, just most
Overall.
fumbles,
Right.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Because you got fumbles lost, fumbles still win, and fumbles lost still win. And Mike, you just said most fumbles.
Right.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
All right, Mike says most fumbles.
I think it's the
John?
most fumbles still lost and they win.
All right. So that would be John's answer.
Yes.
Was that C?
That's D.
That's D.
Mike,
that was D.
Mike, you are correct. It is most fumbles in a game.
Wow.
I think
Should've-
I looked at that as an umbrella term because you could have won, lost, or either way.
Yeah.
But the most
Well,
fumbles in a game.
here's the interesting thing.
How many?
The record is 10 fumbles in a game. The Lions have managed to achieve that in 1967, and yet they still tied the game with Minnesota 10-10 with 10 fumbles. They had 10 fumbles, lost 5 of them, and managed to still pull off a tie.
Wow.
So,
And that was
how
in the
about that?
Stickum era.
Yeah, that was no doubt.
They were
Yeah,
using
right,
Stickum
right.
on their hands, and they still fumbled the ball 10
They
times.
still. All right. Who holds the NFL record for most fumbles lost in one game? So who holds the NFL record for most fumbles lost in one game?
Lions.
Is it Kurt Warner,
Oh, please.
Matthew Stafford, Trevor Lawrence, or Eli Manning?
You know, I'm going to go outside the Lions on this one and say Eli Manning.
All right. Mike says it's
Kinda
Eli
was.
Manning.
He was kind of known as a fumbler. Yeah,
He's got Norse roots. Old Norse roots.
the Old Norse.
They're not
the
New
old Norse Mannings. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because you know how the Norse love New Orleans.
Right. I'm going to stay in the lines and say Matthew Stafford.
All right. I kind of thought maybe that would entice you. Trevor Lawrence, actually.
I don't know who that is.
Kurt Warner.
It's Joey Lawrence's brother.
Whoa.
What?
No, we're just talking to ourselves,
Oh,
which
okay,
people do
I'm
4 times
sorry.
a day.
He's related to Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh,
He was an English guy.
Lawrence.
He's an English guy.
all right.
Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Send us to the principal's office.
Bill puts these things together.
I
He
know.
tries to come on here and do it, and we're like the
sorry.
Weisenheimers in the back of the
Yes.
class, interrupting.
You know, my leg's sticking to this ball. Sorry.
Well, as it turns out, Kurt Warner had 6 in a game but lost 3 of them.
Okay.
Stafford was next with 5 and lost 1. Manning had 5 and lost 2. But Trevor Lawrence had 4 fumbles and lost all of them.
Nice.
And
He was
that
4
is
for
an
4.
F. Yeah, he was 4 for 4.
So
all right.
now, who did Lawrence play for? I don't
Yeah.
recognize
That
the
was
name.
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh,
and
he was
he
a
still
Jag.
plays for them.
Ah, you should know that.
I don't.
He's still their quarterback.
I never.
All right.
Know who the hell that is.
Let's see,
I
Mike.
won't-
You have 1 right.
If it's not Lawrence Taylor, I don't know who it is. It just tells you my football knowledge.
I'm sorry,
He
John.
hasn't played in a good decade.
Yeah.
A couple of decades.
Probably, yeah.
It's been 30 years, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Oh, LT. Remember LT?
Right.
Sure.
How's John Elway doing?
Hey, John, you can now watch football on cable television.
What?
You can,
Just to let
you
you
can
know.
stream it. They did Monday Night Football on Amazon. You can get it just about anywhere.
Yeah, that makes Thursday Night Football a lot of fun. All right. The Chicago Bears
Top Bears.
are tied with which other NFL team for most fumbles in a season? So who are they tied with? The Bears are tied with what other team for most fumbles in a season? Is it the St. Louis Cardinals? Is it the Chicago Cardinals? Is it the 49ers? Or is it the Cleveland Browns?
Lions not even in there.
Wow. I'm gonna go Cleveland.
You're leading.
All right.
All right.
Mike just says that sounds like a very Cleveland thing to do.
Oh, it does.
John?
I'm gonna go Chicago Cardinals.
All right.
Yeah.
That's John's
Well,
answer.
who are the Chicago Cardinals? Was that
They,
pre-Bears?
then they move on to become St. Louis Cardinals.
That is correct. The Cardinals are actually, if you remember this from a previous School of the Fools,
Oh yeah. And John was doing
Cardinals
recall.
are the actually longest tenured team in the NFL. They started out as the Chicago Cardinals, then became St. Louis, and then became Arizona.
Right.
So, but that is not the right answer.
Yeah.
The right answer is the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow, the Niners? See, I was thinking Cleveland because it's cold outside, might have a hard time hanging onto the ball.
I
know.
love that logic,
Yeah.
but that's not the right answer. Now, for a tiebreaker, even though, Mike, you are officially the winner.
I know my fumbles, Bill.
Wow, this is 2 in a row
Yeah,
for you.
look at that.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row. That's quite a streak.
Yeah.
How many fumbles did they have in one season?
The 49ers?
Yeah, well, the Bears and the 49ers are tied with the
Oh, they're
record.
tied with
Okay.
So
What's our range?
Between 40 and 60.
That's a lot
Damn.
of fumbles. That wasn't in the same year. That was just
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't
This
the
is
same year?
fumbles in a season.
Fumbles in a season. Wow.
Yeah.
And it was the same season.
The same, yeah. This isn't over their lifetime. This is
So the same year that they played those games. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so can you give us the year?
What's that matter?
I know it doesn't, but I'm just curious. Was it was it the 80s or was it after Walter Payton?
well, I don't know.
Post Payton?
Look at you're showing up the teacher. This is not gonna...
Sorry.
I think you should lose a
I
point.
know.
Hold on.
he's checking this one.
Right.
It was 1993. So
You know-
between 40 and 60. I'm going to go 55.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, he's still.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So the Bears, which I already gave you, is 1938 Bears. It's the 1978 49ers.
Well, I thought you said it was the same
Okay,
season.
we misunderstood. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's
it
all
was
right.
in one season, but it wasn't the same season for both.
That's right. Okay.
Right.
That's
Right,
going to make
right.
me change my answer then.
Oh,
You already
well,
won.
You already done. You already won. Why do you want to change your answer
Well, I
if you
do.
already won?
What you said 55.
I want to nail it right on the number.
Oh, okay.
All right,
All right,
you
good. You know what? I'm gonna let you go. You take
All right.
another number.
John?
No, Mike's gonna pick again.
Yes.
I'm gonna let him.
56.
Oh. What did you say?
56.
56.
All right.
Really made a huge
Well,
difference.
56.
Oh,
All right,
yeah?
John?
I'm gonna go wild and say 57.
All right. John, it's kind of funny that you let Mike have another shot at it because the answer's 56. So,
Nailed it.
if you had followed your logic and he had picked 55,
You're a bouncy boy.
you would have picked 56, and then you would have had the tiebreaker right, which still would not have won you for the week.
But you would have.
It would be a little something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little something.
And I got a little nothing.
Yeah.
So
He was hoping for a little something, but got a little nothing.
yeah, it's like my dating in high school.
All right.
So there you go. So as we watch the Lions move forward, we can take comfort in knowing that there are others out there that played even worse.
Oh, that is comforting.
It is a comfort. So, but there you go.
All right.
That's a little Tuesday fumble talk
All
for
right.
you.
Well, thank you.
I don't think anybody else has been talking fumbles as much as we have today. I don't think it's ever been done in history.
Well, there you go.
The history of fumbles. All right. Great topic today, Uncle Bill. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Take care, guys.
You too.
Thank you, sir. And once again, School to Fools, brought to you by Jordan Genso with the Genso team at RE/MAX Platinum. If you want a realtor who can help educate you about the communities where you're looking to move, be it a village, be it a township, be it a city, give them a call. 248-444-9777.
There you go.
Or find them on Facebook at Jordan Genso, Community Servant, Community Realtor.
We have a 2-cent history lesson coming up next.
Hi, this is Jerry Millen, longtime Livingston County resident and owner of the Greenhouse of Walled Lake. Brighton City residents, you're being lied to. Check out BrightonTruth.com. We'd like to bring a greenhouse medical facility to Brighton and give patients safe access. We're asking Brighton residents to vote yes on a medical marijuana facility being allowed in Brighton. Please check out BrightonTruth.com. The Reefer Madness Group, they're lying to you. See the truth. BrightonTruth.com.
Discover the truth at BrightonTruth.com.
You know, Halloween around the corner, and I have friends and relatives that are already with the nice weather, putting up their Christmas decorations.
What? It's not even Halloween.
No, you put them up, and you just leave them until it's time to take down the Halloween stuff, and then you flip them on because of the nice weather. Because you never know what we're going to get. But you know what's coming up? It's Christmas in the Ville, in Fowlerville.
I got one,
We've got
too.
our official. Yeah, here, cheers. Got nothing in them.
No.
But we'll fill them. When we
That's
have
right.
that tailgate thing, the trunk or treat thing,
Very emblematic of this podcast. Yep.
nothing in
Nothing
them.
in there. But yes, Christmas
to
in the
Christmas
Ville.
in the
Be
Ville.
listening. We have a special announcement.
Regarding Christmas in the Ville.
Yes.
How about that?
And your chance to,
Hey, that's a cliffhanger. Don't tell them anymore, John King.
Okay.
Don't tell them anymore. You know what we have time for is our 2-cent history lesson,
Oh, sorry.
which is...
I had something on my finger. That's why I was just...
Was that
It's a booger.
I was going to say. 2-cent history lesson for this October 25th is brought to you by Drew Goebel and Oakland Insurance. Call Drew today at 248-647-2500. We mentioned it's International Artist Day. It's also National Greasy Foods Day. Yeah. In other words, day to wipe your hands in your pants.
Yeah.
Greasy Foods Day. And
Favorite greasy food if you indulge?
Probably French fries.
I mean, yeah, that's the standard.
I mean,
That's,
when
you
you're
know.
talking super greasy, like a
Right.
real fatty hamburger, or pizza's
Right.
kind of greasy.
You know...
Little puddle of grease in your pepperoni.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds good.
Bacon is greasy. Oh, no. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got to go bacon.
Bacon.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
It's World Pasta Day, too. Break out the noodles. In 1873, the first postcard was mailed in the United States.
Was it a mailer with a for a candidate?
It's probably
What was the year?
1873.
Okay.
1873.
Vote for Grant.
1881, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday challenged the Clanton Gang and the McLowrys to the legendary gunfight at OK Corral.
Legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Dairy.
Gunfight at the OK Corral.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
The old Clantons and McLowrys. 1924, the comic strip Little Orphan Annie debuted. Anything ever happen with that? Did Annie ever find a home in the comic strips?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever read it.
I don't think so.
Saw the play Annie.
Jeepers.
1954, the Air Force announced to the world, by the way, that UFOs did not exist.
Right.
But if you think about it, everybody thinks when you say UFOs,
You thinking aliens?
you're thinking aliens.
Right.
But if something flies by you
And
and
you
you
don't
don't know what it is,
Right.
that's a UFO.
I agree.
It's like, what kind of bug was that?
Unidentified.
I don't know.
It is technically an unidentified flying
Right.
object. But we all know, based on the famous Brady Bunch episode,
Yeah, that there are UFOs.
that's right. When Greg set up the thing and then the little...
And you know what? Back to our friend Jordan Genso, he makes sure that those homes that he's selling are not haunted, unless you're looking for.
I think he
haunted
is. I think he has shown a couple of properties where there were legends of hauntedness. That could be a selling point for somebody.
homes. That's what I'm saying. Unless you're looking for a haunted house.
Well, no.
If you're looking for a UFO, sometimes you go to a restaurant and you don't know what the hell you're eating, you just throw it. That's an unidentified flying object.
Or the unidentified food object.
Yes.
What is this?
In 1955, microwave ovens went on sale for the first time. I bet they made a lot of ka-chanking sounds. when
Oh
they were
God, the size of
ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
the size of a car. Probably had a pull start on it.
1970, speaking at a U.S. radio conference, President Richard Nixon asked programmers of said radio stations to ban all songs that had drug references.
Okay.
He asked them to.
Yeah. You know that First Amendment? If you could just ignore that, we'd really appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, okay. I mean, it's the first one. How important could it be? Just start at number 2. I'm going to pass out guns to everybody.
1986, Bon Jovi went to number 1 on the U.S. album chart with Slippery When Wet.
Well, obviously they weren't listening to Richard Nixon.
No, that wasn't a drug reference.
Oh, well.
Featured 2 number 1 singles, by the way. You Give Love a Bad Name and Living on a Prayer. The album went on to sell over 8 million copies.
God, I'm old enough to remember. Oh God, I'm just that's the whole sentence. I'm just old enough to remember.
My second radio gig.
Oh my God.
You Give Love a Bad Name.
I was just amazed that the band that they had another hit after Runaway, because I thought, oh, one hit wonder, their hair band. Runaway was their '84 hit. And they're like, oh, that's the last you hear of these guys.
They actually on that album had a song called Shot Through the Heart. That was before You Give Love a Bad Name.
Right.
That's how they start off the song. Microsoft in
A
2001.
little Bon Jovi trivia
Yeah,
for you.
a little bit. 2001, Microsoft released the Windows XP operating system. Do we have XP on these things?
Probably.
That's why I keep
I think we have
disconnecting.
Windows 10 or something. 17, 83. I don't know.
As Windows was releasing Windows XP in 2001, 13 law firms were involved in claims to the Grateful Dead's guitarist Jerry Garcia's $10 million estate 6 years after the man died. Former wives and girlfriends continued to fight to see how this could be distributed.
That's how Jerry would have wanted it.
Yeah. You got the estate, you've got annual royalties valued at $4.6 million, were Jerry's former wives and girlfriends. It does not say how many there were.
Well,
I mean, Jerry was a handsome devil, wasn't he? Well, he kind of looked like an
and
old guy.
let me tell you, he didn't give Love a bad name.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
That's your 2-cent history lesson for today.
Isn't that enough?
It sure is.
Yeah.
Our 2-cent history lesson brought to you by Drew Goebel and Oakland Insurance. May not be the first thing on your mind, but it's the first thing on his. Ain't that right, John?
It absolutely is. Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't kid you about
Drew
it.
wakes up, the first thing is insurance.
That was an unidentified flying insurance
What was
policy.
Drew Goebel, of course, at Oakland Insurance, Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance. As a business owner, you rely on relationships. Drew Goebel believes the best relationships are honest, upfront, and fair. And you can depend on Oakland Insurance and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance. Call Drew Goebel today, 248-647-2500.
if you're getting ready for another trunk or treat event,
We
you want to make sure your vehicle is ready.
That's right. Mike and John's adult trunk or treat.
That too.
Details to be announced.
If you've got a shag van, we want to see you there.
Yeah.
But if you need a tune-up, get the vehicle ready for winter, stop by and see our friends at Murphy's Family Auto. Since 2011, Murphy's Family Auto has been specializing in car and truck repair, including engine and transmission work, electrical services, heating and cooling issues, and brakes as well.
And what do we call that?
Cooling and heating?
No. We call it the whole shebang.
Oh, that's right, the whole shebang.
It's the whole shebang.
I didn't know we had authorization.
They
to
take
come
care of the
today,
whole
dude.
shebang.
Yes. Give me the whole shebang special, 517-552-3040.
I'm still waiting for somebody to go in there and say that. I want the whole shebang special.
We're open on Saturdays from 8 to 1. Tell them Mike and John sent you, and you'll save 5% on that whole shebang.
Yeah, you will. I mean, somebody will. I mean, you will if you say it.
Yeah, if you don't say it, you don't get it.
But you got to say it.
You got to say it to get it.
You can't just go in there and say, I want 5%. And you're like, what are you talking about? Well, you know, the 5%.
No, Mike and John sent
You
me
got to say
for the
Mike
shebang.
and John got it going on. Semi. Or you could just say Mike and John. I think they'll probably get it. I mean, I don't know. We're hoping. Wow. Ran out of gas.
Well, you might have to get your gas meter checked at Murphy.
Mike and John got it going on.
You've been giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.
All right. Show. That's what people really come for.
I think I used all my stuff for
You did?
the regular show instead of post-show content.
Oh, now...
PSC, post-show content.
Now maybe the content that I had that you were poo-pooing earlier.
And what was that? What content was that?
Well,
don't
I have the
recall.
story about the California baker
Yes.
who
I forgot about that.
who made a life-sized Han Solo bread sculpture that they're calling Pan Solo.
Pan Solo.
Pan Solo, I
Would
guess
it be
that's
Pan
how
Solo?
you pronounce it, but it's Pan
So-
Solo.
and it looks like
because it's in a pan.
It's out of bread.
Yeah, made out of bread. Yeah. 6-foot bread sculpture. The baker said she was found it particularly meaningful because she contracted COVID-19 and had lost much of her senses of smell and taste.
Oh, so she needed to make some bread.
So just to find joy in a different part of food is really important. So, did I mention that was in San Francisco?
That was in San Francisco.
You go get your
And
Pan Solo.
so, if you're making a sandwich,
That's what I'm saying. That's right. No, she makes this and she has it cooling in the kitchen,
sure.
and her teenage son comes in. Hey,
I just kind of think the midsection might.
what are you talking about?
That's a heck of a bologna sandwich, John.
Wow.
You know, it's a good thing we say that for post show.
We ran out of gas again.
Yes, we did.